Grand Rising, Soul Siblings. It's Shay Seeking, and we're going to talk about this whole thing with social distancing today. So I've already had some issues with this, and I've been kind of just, it's been sitting, it doesn't sit right on my soul. So I've been just observing and just looking at the problem. And, usually before I put up, I'm serious about what I put up. My goal is never to fear monger or anything like that. If anything, I just tell people to basically do their own research when I put something up. But usually, I've already done pretty much soul searching and looking at the situation, observing it, hovering over it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of see what we're thinking, because most of the stuff that's been put out is not is most of the time 99% of the time is not just what we see, although there might be something going on with this thing that's going around. There's always an ulterior motive with these people. I follow patterns. I'm really good at looking at patterns. I'm really good at lots of things that have to do with visual and digging a little bit deeper, just to find things that make sense, making things make sense just to me, right? So I'm never here to tell you guys what it is, what it ain't. I'm just simply sharing what it looks like to me. So I posted this meme here, um, because anything that I post on any of my platforms, wouldn't. I've done some type of research on it, and I want to make sure that other people can pick up on it, because that's the thing. It's just a meme. Don't take it so seriously. All the terms in the meme may not be the words that I would have chose to select to use in the meme, but someone else made the meme and I'm just sharing it. And it doesn't even really matter. It's just what's in the image here or in the wording that can maybe give you a little bit of a deeper insight that you may have or may not have been thinking of, right? So I'll put this meme, and again, this is not a smear, so I'm not gonna um, actually share the person's name because it really doesn't matter. Okay, and again, this is not anything to, but I just in case anyone is getting me wrong as to why and what I usually share, I just want to let you know where I'm coming from. So it's not even explaining myself. It's just basically going a little bit deeper, because that's kind of what I want to start doing on the channel when it comes to more things that are happening right in the now. Okay. Okay. I see things when it comes to my historical and biblical things that I share with you guys, but I also see day to day things. I'm really good at reading things and people in between the lines, and just people could be speaking to me in real time, and I can really pick up exactly what you're really saying, the thing that you're not saying, what you're really saying. So, anyhow, so somebody commented, "This is fear mongering. What good are faces with no name or identity attached? In line, I get at the grocery store or Lowe's. This needs to stop. If they wanted our face, um, if they want our face with our identity, there are many legitimate ways for them to get them without staging a pandemic or social distancing. State driver's license or U.S. passports being two." And that's exactly right. That's exactly right. But the thing is, it doesn't stop there. So, I'm just going to address it in sections. So, it's not fear mongering, it's basically giving information that is alternative to what you're seeing, that may be a deeper look, because everybody can't see. Okay. And they don't need the name necessarily attached when they're scanning. Okay. I think that this is a testing kind of thing that they're doing. So they don't need the identity attached, because they're using biometrics or something like it in order to obtain the information at different levels in different places, right? So in the line at the grocery store is the perfect place, because later on we think that this chip that's in our credit card or debit card is the end, but in all actuality they're trying to move into fingerprints. I think that they were moving into that option, but they might have seen that China's system works better. And again, once you see that, we can wake more people up by looking into these people and what they've been doing collectively, okay, throughout the centuries to fool the masses while those at top stay in a position of power. So if you think for 1 minute that some of these people that pretend, these individuals that, or groups that pretend to be at war or at odds with each other, nation against nation, usually are in cahoots with each other to a certain level. Okay, we'll just say it like that. So if someone has some technology that another nation could use on their people, they will kind of make you think that they're at odds with each other the whole time they're in cahoots with each other, because the main key is to control the masses. Doesn't matter which group, where. Okay? So, again, they think that this needs to stop, and I think that we need to start talking about this a lot more. If they wanted our face and identity, okay, yeah. And the thing is, they're not looking for legitimate ways to scan your face. They are doing the scanning and doing the using a herd mentality, okay, with fear to basically lead us all into this thing for their world order. I won't say new because I think it's pretty old. So again, the way China operates with their people is going to be different with the way that most countries are going to deal with their populace or their animals or their herds. Are going to be in different ways. They've been already on to this. They've been in control. They have had severe control over their people for a very long time. Americans have this thought that they have some kind of rights and that they're free. So they have to deal with us in a different way. So just like we're just babies, we're really, to be honest with you, the people of the Americas are very subtle. And what did Trump say the other day? Disciplined, right? If you look at other nations around the world and what's going on right now and them fighting back and against certain groups that are over them, there's a huge difference. Americans are very pacified and we're very ignorant to a lot of things that go on because we think we're free because they have given you the perception that we're the best and we're better and we're smarter and we're this. So again, we get big headed and we don't pay attention, right? And we think that these people actually care about us, okay? This much to do all of this, right? When all 20,000 people die every day from starvation in this world. Again, 90,000 people a year in the Americas die of the regular flu. And we, for a long time, this has been going on. For the past 10 years, the numbers have been high. And yet, for some reason, this time, they care. So again, they don't need legitimate reasons. They're just going to do what they're going to do anyway, and we are going to comply. They're going to find some way to actually get you to beg for or ask for, like 9/11, more security, more things. But again, we don't even believe, most Americans or some of us don't even believe that 9/11 was an outside job. Some people think it's an inside job. Okay? And we haven't seen anyone before or after then in so long come in and try to attack the Americas for anything, even though it had you scared to death after 9/11. But that was just to get some things that they wanted to get moved in, some regulations that are still there to this day, in order for you to think that they're trying to protect you from someone when what we need to do is protect ourselves from them. So we're going to go ahead and look at a couple of things here. Yes, they're already scanning your face at the DMV, but that information is supposedly restricted. They're not supposed to be able to share your information with other clientele. So other clientele are going to have to use systems and software that may be similar but not to that in order to do this their way. So in the from the consumer aspect, right? Banks are going to have to do things a little bit differently. when it comes to stores and corporations, they're going to have to do things a little bit differently. So again, it's not about them just scanning you once. Yes, they've already scanned your face when you get this real ID that they're going to be pushing out and rolling out this year. But they need to also add other. I think China has somewhere, don't get me wrong, 70 million or something. 7 million, or yeah, 7 million cameras or something like this, that they have. We'll look into it here and see if those numbers are right. But cameras installed in their nation to this day. So when we see these little wires and these little camera like things going up um, on your street lights, when you see these little things scanning you when you walk into the store, this is all a part of that, and we're just unaware of it. Okay, so they have to kind of feed these things to us like a baby. When you first started feeding the baby form oatmeal or something, so they have to spoon feed us with a baby spoon, in order to kind of get us there. They have to deceive the masses here and just kind of get you to go along with it out of fear, in order to imply or push some of these things on us. So let's just go ahead and look. So yes, they are already scanning your face there, but they have other things that they need to be scanning it to, just to get a full, you know, grasp on this. They're using Snapchat. They're using all these different ways to get a really, really good look. And when it comes to biometrics, I believe it's called, they are actually now doing retinal scans. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into a couple of things that are very interesting. Okay, so never here to deceive, just to let people know that we need to be very vigilant at this time. Okay, so it says here, facial recognition. Do you really control how your face is being used, right? Okay. So, wait a minute. I don't want to go here first. I want to go to what's going on in China first. Let's see. Okay. China, due to induced face scans for mobile users. Okay, China has for years been trying to enforce rules to ensure that everyone is using the internet does so under their real name and identities. So again, they have been in the works of this stuff for a long time, a very long time. This thing here is from December 1st, 2019. I mean 2019. People in China are now required to have their faces scanned when registering new mobile phone services, as the authorities seek to verify the identities of the country's hundreds of millions of internet users. Okay, the regulations announced in September, lo and behold, you'll notice that a lot of these things are being pushed around the time that they want us to just focus on 5G, but there are other things that are going on. And I like to talk about those things that people are not really pushing, right? I'm the one that when everybody wanted Jordans, I was just with my K Swiss, right? Okay, so again, against the rain. So notice that all these dates I'm going to show you are very near to this outbreak or around that time, right? So announced in September, was due to come into effect on Sunday. The government says it wants to protect the legitimate rights and interests of citizens in cyberspace. We know they just want to have full control over these people because they have pretty much no rights. They know they have no rights, and they're already to the point where 90%, or if not more, 100% of the population now, after this corona thing, has been entered into the system, right? So China already uses facial recognition technology to survey its population. It is a world leader in such technologies and many more. Okay, but they're intensifying use across the country in recent years has sparked debate. What are the new rules? Okay, when signing up for a new mobile data contracts, people are already required to show their national identification card as required in many countries, which they have, okay, and their photos taken. So they have already been scanned when they get their identification card. Yes, but when they sign up for a new service, they have to do it again. See, when you travel on an airplane, you're going to have to be scanned again. So the reason, what I'm saying is, It's not about scanning your face one time. All of this stuff has to tie into each other. Okay. So, but now they will also, so again, just let's say in America, they've been low key doing this to us already. And then they've been using major stores that have been put different things like a martial law or, oh, sorry, Walmart. Okay. So they've already been using their technology to see how how this goes, how we comply like we're doing with everything else. We just don't make a noise. We just go like little mice. At least other people in different nations get together and go. See, that's why they keep us divided more. Okay, they use more of a division kind of thing in their media and stuff to stir it up here in the Americas, right? So yeah, but now they will also have their faces scanned in order to verify that they are a genuine match for the ID provided. So not only that, it's been scanned when they got the ID, and now they also have to be scanned in order to make sure that it matches with the ID. China has for years been trying to enforce rules to ensure that everyone uses the internet does so under their real name and identity. Okay, we already read that. New regulations. Telecom, I've been hearing that name a lot. Operators was framed. Okay, we're just going to skim through. And information technology as a way to strengthen this system and ensure that the government can identify all users. Okay. The police monitor citizens by app. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Widespread is facial recognition in China. Okay, let's see. China has often described as a surveillance state. In 2017, it had 170. See, I didn't want to say 170 million because I thought that sounded a little bit ridiculous. But again, I remember being shocked and amazed at how many cameras they have. So they have 170 million CCTV cameras in place across the country with the global I'm sorry, with the goal of installing an estimated 400 million new ones in 2020. You understand? Okay? This country is also setting up a social credit. This has already been done. System to keep score and conduct of the public's interactions of all its citizens in one database. The aim in 2020, everyone in China will be enrolled in a vast national database that complies fiscal and government information to give a rank for each citizen. Facial recognition plays a key role in the surveillance system, and it has been lauded or looted as a way of catching fugitives. Last year, media, now a fugitive is their choice. Some of these people didn't break laws. They might just be speaking out or seeking asylum or something like this that could save their lives. And again, these are people that are targeted, right? This is the same thing that can happen here. Okay. Noted last year, media noted that police were able to pick a fugitive out of a crowd of 60,000 at a concert using technology. Okay, let's see. Ethnic minorities have been detained for what the authorities call re education. Surveillance cameras use facial recognition to simplify track something based on their appearance. Okay, by facial recognition, it has increasingly become a part of a daily life and commercial transactions in China. it is used more and more, for example, to pay in shops and supermarkets. However, there has been some blowback earlier this year. Now, funny how all of these riots and the overthrowing of the government and everything have been going on in some of these areas in this nation. And they were getting very heavy and heated around the time that this whole thing happened, right? Um, just saying. So these people would rather, if they were supposedly afraid of this thing, they were more upset about losing their rights and they didn't care and they went out in droves to go against said people. And when so called 5G supposedly went up, okay, these people went nuts. Said to have been trying to get rid of some of these things and all types of things, right? Because some people think that these things can be used for a certain type of warfare. Okay. In September, the Chinese government said it planned to curb and regulate the use of facial recognition technology in schools after reports a university was using it to monitor the attendance and behavior of the students. Okay. Mm, okay. Such criticism used to focus on fear of data theft, hacking, and abuses by commercial companies, he said. However, increasingly, citizens seems willing to criticize how the Chinese government might exploit such data to track the population. So there's one. I'm going to just do a couple of these just so they're not too long. Let's see what this one is so I can go ahead and get rid of it. Again, you guys see this is on BBC. This is the I'm not going to be able to link all of these below. So this is what it's called. You can go ahead and look it up and read it more diligently if you would like. I want to thank you guys for watching and come back because I'm going to do like 6 of these. Okay. So, and just let me know what you guys think. So thanks for watching and take care.